rank that a scout gets in Cub Scouts, there's actually an available pin. But parents, while you may have received the tiger through the Webelow pins, this is the only of the pins that is gold and represents the arrow of light. So please wear this proudly in recognition of all the work that you've done to help your son through this journey.
Oh, I need a tissue so bad. I need a tissue. There's a napkin right there, get it. I don't want to use a napkin. Shush.
Ooh.
Use your shirt. Oh, it has a snot.
Did everyone get clean successfully? No blood? Okay. Oh, we got it as a Band-Aid. Connor, you gotta go back and start at Tigers. I'm sorry. In addition to the ranks that these boys are receiving, the parents of these scouts also met to assemble these arrows, which if you've never seen them before, is something that the pack has always done traditionally for the boys. Each one of the arrows actually has significant markings on it to show the different accomplishments that you've achieved while you were on the Cub Scout trail. So if I could please have one of each of the parents over to grab your arrow, I would appreciate it. I can always count on Dave Coster, I know, for a great photo op with all these boys with their flags.
Everybody look up here.
I want to congratulate you for the fine job that each one of you boys has done in the time you spent with Pack 1. I extend the best wishes of our pack to you and your parents as you continue on the trail of life. Congratulations, boys. Okay. Parents, you may have a seat, except for David Green. And the boys, please stay up front. Actually, boys, if you could hand your arrows to your parents, that'd be a good idea. We have a little bit more to do with you. Stay where you are. Stay in line, get them. Before we get going with our crossover, I'd just like to acknowledge one of our parents. Unfortunately, Jim Baker, the then leader of the Webelow Twos, couldn't be here this evening. Earlier this week, the boys actually had their actual Arrow of Light ceremony to officially complete their advancement requirements. And Jim couldn't be with us tonight, but I know many of us in this room know Jim Baker, are familiar with Jim Baker. Jim has been the den leader of these boys since they were tigers. If you know Jim, he wears a lot of hats in this community. Jim is the president of the Lewis Little League. I know that he leads his son's Odyssey of the Mind team. Jim is also involved with the local Rotary. He has the same problem that I have that was passed down by my father, which is an inability to say no to volunteer work. But Jim has done a great job leading these boys. If you see Jim away from here, please thank him on behalf of TAC 1 for all the work that he's done for us. But one of those other people who's done a lot for us too is David Green, standing before me. I wanted to just take a few minutes to recognize David for his contribution to PAC 1 over the years. Dave also wears many hats within our community and is an extremely busy guy. One of those hats that he wears is owner and operator of the Cape Water Tours in Paxi. If you've been a scout in PAC 1 for the last 4 to 5 years, there's a really good chance that you've been able to spend at least one of your den meetings on Dave's boat, getting your own private tour of our local waterways. This is something that Dave has done using his own time and resources and has given our scouts a unique perspective on their local environment. Aside from that, Dave has worked in the background on our camping trips, helping to cook, or in many other ways that he can to make things go smoothly. Dave, we thank you for your service to PAC 1, and as a token of our appreciation, we are presenting you with a gift certificate to Cabela's and the coolest BSA knife that we could. That's good. Thank you, Dave. Tonight we have representatives from 2 local Boy Scout troops with us. Troop 1, led by Mike Price, and Troop 2540, led by Bob Curatola. Both Scoutmasters are extremely helpful to PAC 1 throughout the year, and we thank both of you for all that you do for PAC 1. At this time, we'd like to call each Scout and their parents to cross over the bridge and into the Boy Scout Trail, stopping in the middle for each Scout to please sign the wooden plaque. So, one by one, if I could have Connor White. Gavin Medler.